he'll get in when he can. So let's do the open.
Go
since
for
we
it.
can do that now.
Yep.
The galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast.
Hey, there he is. G.I. Joe and all. Yeah, look at that.
Well, now I can't see myself.
Oh, no. We can hear
Well,
you.
we can see you.
We can see you and hear you just fine. Hey.
Now I can't hear you.
Yeah. Hold on.
Can't hear me?
No,
I
we
did
can.
there.
We can.
I did there.
Yes. Yes. We hear you.
All right. But if I turn it landscape, I can self. How do I?
We hear you, though. When you're landscape, we hear you. And see you. He's super choppy.
See?
Yeah, I don't know what this app looks like on the phone, so.
I don't either.
Just having
I don't either.
connection issues.
Yeah, he's having
Yeah.
connection issues. It's not the app, it's connection issues.
Yeah.
So I took him out. Okay. Well, yes, a little bit of hiccups while Dan figures out connection issues. So
It's the most
that
unpredictable Star
sucks.
Trek podcast for a reason. Here we are.
Oh, for sure.
Gentlemen,
For sure.
So, new platform, new opener, a little bit more interactive. It's pretty slick. If you've been able to figure out how to get to us over on the YouTube channel, that's great. It's, for whatever reason, when we put up one of those reminders of the live show coming up versus when we actually go and hit the button to go live, it puts it in a separate feed. So we'll just have to be mindful of that in the future.
Well, that'll just mean that you guys need to like and subscribe, and that way you get the notifications. So then that way you know for sure where it is. So just make sure that you do that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. So then that way you do get this notification, guys.
Yep. And eventually on this platform, this will be able to get pushed out to a lot of different. There's a reason why we're switching to this. Not only just the production value, but yeah, go for it.
Yeah. It's in a lot of different places right now. We're not only are we live streaming on YouTube, but we're on Twitch, we're on Facebook, and we're also on Twitter as well. So that's pretty cool to be able to do all of those all at once.
He's still having connection issues.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, why don't we get started with the news, and then we'll go from there.
All right, go for it.
Star Trek news.
All right, so we've got some big news stories, quite a few of them. So yeah, why don't we start with our first news story? Let me pull that up here.
Yeah, you're driving now, Mr. Producer. So
yeah. I know, it's great. So we are getting a new Star Trek Prodigy game, and here's a little bit of the file footage of the game. It was part of Star Trek Day that they announced this game. We are getting, let's see, the game is going to be coming out on Nintendo Switch and will be available on October 14th. Not only on the Switch, but it'll be on Stadia, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One. So yeah, it's a pretty cool game. It's called Star Trek Supernova, or Star Trek Prodigy Supernova. Don't have a price point yet for the game, but as you can see the footage, it looks pretty fun.
Yeah, it does look fun.
Yeah. So, I don't know. You're a pretty big gamer, Chad. What do you think of it?
I mean, from what little I've seen of it so far, it does look interesting. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I mean, it's not like the game for me, but whatever. It'll be good for the children. So, yeah.
It might be fun to play for a couple of hours and then put back on the shelf.
Yeah, for sure.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah. So
I got to do something different
cool.
this fall because Starfield got pushed back to next year. So Starfield was going to be the big one I was going to be playing this fall, but oh well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played that one yet, but well, our next
Starfield,
news
well, yeah, it's
story.
not out.
No, but I'm not a big gamer guy. Like
Yeah.
the last game I really got into was the new Ninja Turtles game. That was a lot of fun to play.
Oh,
So yeah,
didn't even know there was a new Ninja
but
Turtles.
yeah, Shredder's Revenge. I downloaded it on the App Store, and it's just a side-scrolling beat 'em up, but it's so much fun.
Hmm.
So yeah. Anyways, our next news story comes to us from People Magazine, and as you can see from the headline, Rebecca Romaine explains why her twin daughters are getting their friends into Star Trek. Their twin daughters are 13 years old, and it's pretty neat. They're really into Star Trek, and when she asked why, that's the quote right there. They found out that Paul Wesley was part of it, and now they're so excited. So you know, New Kirk is definitely a draw for the young girls. So I thought that was pretty funny. We're not going to have anything about Star Trek Day here, really, guys, and that's because we did a whole Star Trek Day recap show. So, yeah, that's why we're not having that.
Oh,
Looks
so
like Dan is still.
was someone asking?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
No, but I just wanted to let people know
Gotcha.
why we're not bringing up Star Trek Day, really. So, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
that's
our
special.
last news story. Yeah. Our last news story, after I just said we're not going to do Star Trek Day, it's a little bit of news that came out from Star Trek Day. But it was such a little tidbit. I just saved it for this show.
Gotcha.
And that is that Will Wheaton is returning as Wesley Crusher in Star Trek Online Ascension. And he's going to be playing the Terran Emperor. So Wesley's pissed. Yeah. He will be telling everybody to shut up. The Wesley Crusher Emperor Edition comes out September 13th. So that's just in a couple days. And you will get to see Wesley being angry.
Ooh, that scared me.
The other.
Yeah.
At last.
So let me turn that down.
Trying to prevent our meeting.
But yeah, you can see it.
Oh, wow. Look
It
at
looks
that.
interesting. Yeah. It's pretty nice that we can show footage now while we're talking.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. So
Pissed off looking Janeway.
Yeah, wait till you see Wesley. He's wearing that helmet. When he turns around, man, it's going to make you feel old because he's no longer a kid. And there is Wesley.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty neat. Do you play Star Trek Online?
No, I don't.
Hold on.
I do, but I don't.
Looks like. Hey, there he is.
Captain Lombardo, USS Trekcast.
Yeah. Try, man. Trying. Oh man.
I'm here.
It's
None of my shit is, but I'm here.
Hey, you're here.
Works okay.
Yeah.
Hope you can hear me.
We can hear you. It's a little choppy, but we can hear you. Okay. We'll take any bit of you we can get.
Yeah. So that was our news segment. So now that we got Dan, let's go into the main topic. And we got to see Lower Decks episode 3 of season 3. Let me play the main topic graphic.
One will now commence.
There you go.
I love it. I hope Dan got to see that. That was great.
Yeah. Well, if not, he'll see it later. We're seeing. Oh,
there's his dirty vent.
Oh,
Sorry.
his dirty vent.
What?
Yeah, we're just seeing your vent.
Yeah.
You gotta dust that thing, man. It's pretty neat.
Feels like the first time.
Yeah, leave us a voicemail since
Nice.
tell Dan how to properly dust his vents.
Before the show started.
Hey, we were. That's the whole point of this show, is to throw Dan curveballs. Just to see how he handles them.
Well, I will.
I like how his abbreviation when his video's not on is CLU.
Yeah.
It's like
Captain
CLU
Lombardo
University.
Yeah, Captain Lombardo USS. No, because the USS
I know.
Trekcast.
I know. It just sounds
Yeah.
like a college.
Yeah.
CLU sounds like a college name. Oh Lord.
Yeah. Anyways, well, let's talk a little bit about Lower Decks and what happened. Looks like he's trying to come back. Yeah.
I hope everybody watching or listening to this is having as much fun listening to all this as I am.
Oh, it is a train wreck. There we go. Oh, now he's back. Now he's back. Now he's back. There he is. He's back, baby. He's back.
There's this beautiful bald head.
He's frustrated, man.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Well, let's talk about
Trek.
we need to get you a new Wi-Fi router. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Let's talk about a little bit about Lower Decks and what happened there.
Galaxy class starship engines?
Yeah, so you want to talk a little bit about Lower Decks and what happened on this episode, Chad?
I love these scenes with them figuring out what their nightmares are, or their dreams and hopes are. It's hysterical that Rutherford's dream is to be working with was it Laura Brahms,
Leah Brahms.
Leah Brahms, yeah.
And that's the real actress.
That's the real actress. That's hysterical.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it was great that they did that.
We've got to finally see Jennifer. So that was cool. That was hysterical as well. So basically the whole thing that's going on here is the Cerritos and then another Cali class ship are on this planet, having to basically finish up diplomatic work and clean up work with whatever this silicate-based species is. And of course, the Cerritos crew seems to think that they're not measuring up to the task. So they think they're getting looked down on or basically, poo-pooed on by everybody else in the fleet. So they try to rush and hurry to pick up these glowing orbs that basically show them their dreams and their fantasies. And then, of course, as soon as they touch the orb or the person in their fantasy, they turn to stone. And the whole thing turns out to be kind of a plot by the scientists that are there and the silicate life forms that are there. But seeing what each person's dream is absolutely hysterical. So obviously the first one we see with Rutherford is Leah Brahms. The second one we see with Boimler is, of course, some major person in Starfleet coming to pick him up in basically a motorcycle with a sidecar. It's hilarious that he's not driving.
Like a little scooter.
Yeah. And then, of course, right here we see Jennifer in an Andorian bikini. It's great. They call each other babe. It's and we see Mariner get all flustered and embarrassed. It's hysterical. It's just absolutely hysterical. So.
Well, and her fantasy is that Jennifer and her are boyfriend or girlfriends, right?
And they call each other babe.
And right. And then that's also her nightmare later. So it's like, she wants the commitment, but fear of commitment, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know, Terran. That might be the Admiral from Insurrection. He looks like the guy from the way they made him out to. He does look like he's from Insurrection. So it could have been.
Potentially.
Yeah. There's so many Easter eggs in any of these shows that you just never know. You got to watch it a couple of times to find out. But but yeah, so the whole thing turns out to be kind of a plot or a ploy by the scientists and the silicate-based life form on this planet to basically just gather information. That's all they're doing is trying to gather information to spy and sell it and get money so they can buy more research equipment, which I also find somewhat hilarious that that's how the scientists go about it. They can literally have anything they want by just asking for it or being part of Starfleet, but they're not. Instead, they're going the Ferengi route. So,
that's really the only way to do it, apparently.
Apparently. So, but it's pretty good. And as it turns out, everybody else in the Cali class ships refer to the Cerritos as the cool kids. They look up to them, and so they're just trying to impress them. Which is funny.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And of course, in typical fashion, though, by the time we figure this out by the end of the episode, it's, Mariner's just a badass who kicks everyone's ass. Tendi is super smart. Rutherford is the cyborg with all the cool implants. And they thought Boimler was just some little robot box, little tiny guy.
Yeah. And they keep making fun of him for it, too. Yeah.
That's typical.
Dan, what did you think of the episode?
Yeah, no, it was good. I watched it today to rewatch it. my technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're right, Terran. It's not a Trekcast show without comms going down
Yeah, no kidding.
by someone somewhere, right?
So,
Where are you seeing these chat? So it's still
I'm watching the YouTube live stream.
Okay.
yeah, and then with the new program, we can see the chats from everything. So it's
Oh.
pretty fun to be able to.
He might not be
Interact
able
with
to
everybody.
on his phone.
No, he's not able to with his phone, but later if you watch the video, you'll get to see just how slick everything is looking when it looks right. So
It is very slick. I'm
Yeah.
pretty impressed with it. So despite the
Yeah.
technical difficulties we're having with your comms, and then of course the issue where when it broadcasts it doesn't go directly to the one we already had linked for the reminder for the show. But that's something we can work out in the future. No big deal.
so there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You're exactly right, Terran. And when they're in the cave, Marina says the same thing about comms going down. I know.
Yep. It's pretty accurate. So hey guys, if you want, we're gonna do listener feedback in a little bit. If you want to do listener feedback and join us on the show, put an X in the chat, and we will send you the link to join us, so that you can be in the show and give us your feedback as we're just wrapping up this this segment. But yeah, oh, Terran's got a great suggestion, so that's great.
Have you tried rerouting auxiliary power to the communications array?
I coupling, but there was a feedback loop. Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah,
I tried. I gave it the
yeah,
try.
Gave it the
he's trying
Captain Lombardo of the USS Trekcast try,
for sure,
switching shuttlecraft and
for sure. So, well, let's get into listener feedback.
what the hell is that?
You got to call the request line. You know, like that.
This
Some old school
episode
radio
is
right there.
just completely full of surprises for everybody involved. That's fantastic.
Uh huh. Yeah, it's good times. It's good times.
Okay,
See, Terran liked it.
let's see what. Okay, let's go play the voicemails. Here we go.
You got some voicemails for us?
I do.
Hi, my name is Paul Cahan, and I am the Executive Director of the American Helicopter Museum and Education Center in Westchester, Pennsylvania. I'm calling to let your listeners know about our fantastic upcoming exhibit, Star Trek Screen Used Props and Costumes, which runs here at the museum from September 8th to November 27th. It features an unbelievable private collection of artifacts ranging from isolinear chips to pieces of the NX-01's bridge and everything in between. As part of the exhibit, we're hosting several great speakers online, including legendary prop maker Michael Moore, who will discuss his decades of experience designing some of Trek's most iconic props. Even if your listeners are far away from Westchester, they can still participate in these discussions. They can learn more about the exhibit by clicking on americanhelicopter.museum/events/star-trek-special-exhibit/ or by emailing info@americanhelicopter.museum. Live long and prosper.
You can go to our website at Shingdong.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get that link from the dude and just post it in the show notes.
We should probably post that somewhere.
Flashes
Yeah.
and
Yeah. If you just bang on your computer a ton, you'll get there.
Yep.
Here's our other voicemail.
Welcome to a very special Pack-Led Review Star Trek Day edition.
Oh,
Pack-Led's love discount DJ Khaled. Live long and prosper, everyone.
I read that on
Nice,
Friday's show,
nice.
but there's our actual voicemail for it. So if you missed Friday's show, you
looks
should go
like we
back and
do
listen
it.
to that.
Yes, and that's right there on the feed. You guys can watch that and enjoy the show. And it looks like Pavel wants to join us, so I just sent him the link. So if he clicks on that, that will allow him to join us. So hopefully he comes in soon.
Yep, right here in the studio.
Yeah. That'll be neat. Let's see. Did you get any other feedback, Chad?
Oh, I'm sure I did. Let me go look for it. Oh, yeah. You got your package.
Oh, that's right.
Did you get your package, Danny? Now, there's 2 things in there, not one. So you get to pick.
I got 'em.
Yeah, pick which one and I'll give you a story behind each one of those.
So I've had one of these cookies before. They're around in my area already.
Yeah, I imagine they're probably around everywhere. But okay, so the story behind the cookies are whenever I am on the road and I'm wherever I'm going, whether it's the first thing early in the morning, 5 in the morning, driving to the airport or driving somewhere 8 hours away, or even if I'm on the road and in Chicago or wherever the hell I'm at, early in the morning, if I'm getting going before an early morning meeting, I always stop at a Quick Trip. I get coffee, I get gas, and I get one of those cookies. That is my breakfast usually. Not like 5 days a week, but at least a couple times a week when I'm on the road for the whole week. That's what I have. So I wanted to share that with the 2 of you. It reminds me of our time together in Chicago because that's the one week where I did that almost all week until we were all together, and then I did something totally different. Obviously, we had breakfast at IHOP.
Right.
So that's the story behind the cookie. Just a protein cookie, nothing crazy.
Larry's the complete cookie plains, 16 grams, 10 grams of football. There you go. Doctor. He said, Captain. So,
hearing every other word he's saying.
You can't hear me?
It's choppy. We're
We hear you.
We're hearing you, but it's choppy.
All right. Yeah. What's the story with maple pecan?
So that's a gluten-free treat that we used to buy around here every once in a while before we found a few other things. I like them, but it's one of the gluten-free snacks that we can actually get. The kids don't necessarily like them, but I do. So I wanted to share that because it's something that I don't know how far reaching that chain or that brand is, but it is something that we have every once in a while. So I just wanted to share that with you.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Because the other cookies, we can't have those because they have gluten.
Right.
Should I try first?
Either one.
I'm going with both.
I tried the maple. It's really good.
Yeah, I like those.
Ooh, it smells maple.
It's not
We've
from
got
Canada.
Daryl in our backstage right now waiting for us, so he can come on after this.
Cool. So Daryl figured it out. Did Hipster Spock figure it out?
I don't know. I sent him the link, so I sent it to him on 2 different places. So
okay,
he just has to click that link.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Definitely thick. Both things are definitely thick, and you need something to drink with it.
Yeah, which is great on a talking thing.
Yeah.
It's thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's thick with 2 C's.
All right. Going for the cookie.
On a scale, Dan, on a scale from 0 to Kim Kardashian, how thick was that?
I don't know.
On a scale of 1 to Kim.
All right, so he's trying that. It's so weird how his video is really clean, but like the audio is the thing that cuts out.
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe there's a setting there somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe.
Where it's trying to only pick up a certain level.
Yeah.
Like an audio level, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
we'll play with it more.
Yeah.
In the future.
The cookie.
Yeah, he needs to turn off noise suppression and echo cancellation. I bet you that's the 2 things that's probably causing him a problem.
Oh, probably. Let me do that on my end. Maybe
I turned off echo cancellation.
Well, we can certainly hear more going on now. Oh, there's the echo.
I turned off echo.
Exit the problem. Talk. It's when we talk. You got to turn that back on.
That's what it is. We got to figure out his audio settings, but we will.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's bring Daryl in.
Sorry.
And yeah, we'll figure it out.
That's okay.
We'll figure it out, Dan.
Try the noise suppression instead.
Not supported.
All right, I'm going to bring Daryl in. Oh, he went away. Daryl, click it again. I think I accidentally took you out.
Or Hipster, one of the two.
Yeah. Just click the link again, Daryl, and it'll let you back in. Anyways. Dan, what did you think of the food?
They were both thick.
Mm-hmm. 1 C or 2 C's?
3 C's.
3 C.
Yeah, they're very thick. Yeah, they are very thick. I don't have any other
they are pretty
emails over
thick.
there. I'm looking to see if we have anything on the coffee account while we're waiting on anybody else to join us. I don't know if we do or not. Let's go for it. We are at 1% of a $300,000 goal. You just went and threw the number way to hell.
Yeah. Well, we're going to kick this can all the way down the road. No, I don't have to deal with it later.
Yeah. No, it's an arbitrary number. It's just a weird thing the coffee accounts does. We're not actually trying to raise that much. It's just kind of funny. Okay, so Commander Felton, 7 days ago.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. Keep the reviews and commentary coming. I think we said that last week. That might have come in before last week. Says 7 days, but that's our latest one. So thank you very much, Commander Felton, as always, being a supporter of the show. We appreciate it. I don't think I have anything else. I didn't get. Nope. That's it. That's it on the emails. That's it on the voicemails.
Oh, here we go. Here's Daryl. All right, let's bring him in. Hey, Daryl.
Hey.
Hey.
We can
Thanks
see you
for joining
too.
us.
How's it going, man?
Yeah. Did you have some feedback you wanted to give Daryl?
He's just gonna sit there and stare at us.
Must be a delay.
I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
We can hear you just fine. Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you. He's probably listening to the show on YouTube and trying to talk to us, and so it's not matching up.
Oh.
So while he's figuring that out, let's try Hipster Spock. YouTube and trying to talk. Hipster Spock, are you there? Not matching up.
Yeah, you're gonna want to turn your turn your YouTube down. There it is.
Caller, turn down your radio.
Yeah, you're gonna want to turn your YouTube down. There it is. We have totally ruined ourselves here, haven't we?
It's
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Hipster Spock.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn the thing on. Okay, how about this?
Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead, talk away.
You're fine.
Okay, I guess there was a lot of
it's a delay.
Like feedback or something.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, we can hear your YouTube channel in the background playing. If you just want to mute that for a second while you're giving us your feedback, as Daniel said, caller, turn your radio down.
Okay. Now.
Perfect. Go for it.
Okay. Sorry about that. It's a new thing. So cool.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So the thing is that right now with Star Trek, there's so many things coming out, and it's like if you don't stay up to date, you kind of feel like you're missing out on something, and a major sense of FOMO sets in, right? Because you got Lower Decks with new episodes every week, and you got probably later on Prodigy and all these new stuff. And I haven't been following stuff for a while, and then it's like I have so much to catch up. It's amazing.
Yeah,
but
it's good.
But that's probably good because it just gives me more new stuff to watch. But the cool thing, the thing that I originally thought that it didn't really have a lot of things to share, but then earlier today I went to a little scientific talk that they had down in the Culture Center over here in Krakow in Poland. And I got to try out a couple of new pieces of technology. The first piece of technology was the Microsoft Hololens.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
You guys probably heard of that, right? It's kind of like Oculus, but then it's like augmented reality type of thing. And so you get, I mean, I had a object in front of me that I was manipulating with my gestures, and it totally felt like when in these series when they're doing stuff in midair and they're touching random. For example, in the Serene, what's Rios' name? I mean, his ship's name?
La Serenia.
Yeah, there. You know, when when Rios is piloting the ship, and then he just grabs some air, and then he's moving the things around. And then with the HoloLens, you can actually grab the thing, and then you're moving that thing around and then you're looking at it in the little LCD screen in front of your eye. So that's really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And then
that's like doing weather on the news.
Yes, kind of. And then the other pretty cool thing about piece of technology is a thing called the Da Vinci, where you're doing like tele surgery, where you touch you're controlling something with some joystick and some little grabby things. You put your finger in some grabby things, and then you're doing things, and then you have pedals to control other things, and then that's like the future of surgery, where the doctor sits in one room, and then the patient's in another room and being operated on. And so I thought that was really cool.
Hello.
Hello there.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was nice. He's got
I just thought that since we're talking about Star Trek, I mean, a lot of the stuff that we're seeing on the screen is actually in real life right now. You know, other than
a lot of it is coming true.
For sure.
I mean, other than the tablet and stuff, right, for the pads. But then other than that, of course, the joke is that you see all these scenes with so many pads. Where Ensign brings a whole stack of pads into the ready room, and then they're like, okay, I guess they haven't figured out how to do the apps thing yet.
No app store for Federation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
on the head with
something
enough of like the cloud and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi.
And you know, I'm sure there's a lot of technology that they have right now on Trek that, like 20 years later, they'll be like, "Haven't they ever heard of XYZ?"
Sure.
Oh, for sure.
Sure.
So
that reminds me of the episode on Discovery when I think it was season 1, when Ash Tyler and what's his name, the captain, Lorca, were doing a little mock battling of the Klingons, right? And they were in a full-blown holodeck, basically, way ahead of when they really should have had one. All they really needed to do to fix that in terms of the timeline and the technology was just have them wearing goggles of some kind and gloves.
Yeah.
Looked like they were in a haptic feedback suit with goggles or something, and then that would have been easy to explain. But they were lazy. They just wanted to give
Yeah,
them a holodeck right
that's
then
how
and
it
there. So
Remember the Nintendo Game Glove?
yeah, I do.
Oh,
I do.
it's so bad.
That was fun though. I was jealous of the guys who owned one of those. I would go over to their house and play with it. That was
Oh
good
yeah,
stuff.
I mean it was cool.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I just love the duck game with the gun. I mean, I could point
that
this
was
at the
cool
TV,
too.
and I mean, yeah.
Okay, my last question is like, okay, what do you think? I mean, with what we just said, what do you think is the technology that they have in Trek right now that is something that later on they will be saying, okay, haven't they ever heard of blah blah blah?
replicators.
No, I mean, well, really, I mean, the way that they show them building things, they did a little bit of that in Lower Decks, though, where it looked like it was didn't they do one of those scenes in Lower Decks where they were building? No, was that in Prodigy? That was in Prodigy where they were building a ship, and it looked like they were using a large 3D printer to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, even the shipyards don't look like 3D printers. So
Kinda.
I mean, maybe you could, I guess, if you got into the specifics of it, they could make it look like that. So that'd be the first thing that came to mind anyway, was 3D printing. But trying to think of what else. I mean,
it's that, man. That's going to be the next thing.
Well, 3D printing is taking over everything. I mean, it really is.
Right.
They're not just 3D printing parts; they're 3D printing electronics now and circuit boards. They're 3D printing houses. They're 3D printing parts that go into rockets. The nozzles are 3D printed at this point. They're 3D printing the components that go into fusion reactors. I think the only way, in order for fusion to really become a mainstay of electricity production, is for the components themselves to get cheaper. And not only for that, but for it to work and be sustainable. But they're actually using a combination of 3D printing and robotic scrubbing in order to maintain the bottles, I guess you would call it. I don't know what the exact terminology is. That's the slang word for the containment unit. Because the electrical arcs that come off of it produce slag are on the outside of this bottle, and so those have to be taken off so they don't build up. So they 3D print this thing, and then of course they're using a optical head to go and look and see where this slag is to go and buff it off, but then also using a metal 3D printer on these components as they come off and have to get replaced to go back and repair it and print over the areas where it's been demolished. So I think there's a lot of that kind of thing coming, where that's going to just become more and more and more of a mainstay, is the 3D printing side of things. So it's not just a toy. It's not just a novelty.
Yeah.
So multiple head materials.
Ready to sip your spot?
Yep. Thanks, man. Let's see if we can get Daryl on.
Yeah. Let's get Daryl on.
There's Daryl.
Hey, Daryl.
Yeah, I think I figured out the technical
See, he's choppy too, just like Dan was.
Yeah,
so I don't know
Daryl, do you have headphones on? Daryl, do you have headphones on?
Yes.
Okay, that came in clear. Maybe there's just a delay.
Can you guys hear me now?
There. Go ahead and give us your feedback, Daryl.
Yeah, we hear you.
Headphones on my iPad.
Okay. Go. So, what did you want to say? What was your feedback?
Oh, you're right. And I laughed when Leah Brahms showed up.
It was great.
That was pretty great.
Yeah, and this new setup, well, at least on my end, anyways, YouTube and Discord to figure it out.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit, but once we get the hang of it, I think it's gonna be really cool and a lot of fun for people.
Yeah, even this just little part right here where we can play clips and video as we're talking over on the side and everything, where it's nice and smooth and clean is I don't know, it's very professional looking. It's very slick.
Yeah. I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be great for sure.
And it'll be going over to the Facebook group as soon as we get things settled there as well. So it won't be just a YouTube-centric thing or Twitch or whatever else, but it's multiple platforms at once. That's the big thing.
That's the goal.
All right.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, awesome, Daryl. Thanks for joining us. Anything else you wanted to say?
What you guys are up to, and I haven't listened to the other catching up on that. So.
Oh, you got to catch up, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's long pauses. We're gonna step away, Daryl. But thanks for joining us, man.
You betcha. Have a good one, guys.
Yep, we'll see you.
You too.
That's
All
weird.
right.
There must be something on other people's settings where it's not wanting to, like if they're not talking loud enough, it's clipping it. I bet you it's this noise suppression thing.
There's got to be something there. We'll have to play around with it, but
yeah.
It's just figured out the bugs, but overall it's pretty good. So
yep,
I am.
We just got to hear from Dan.
He went away.
Yeah,
he accidentally X'd out of it.
He might hit
well, let's just wrap it up. Yeah.
Overall,
we did
good
another show earlier this week.
Yeah, we did do 2 shows this week, so that was interesting. If you guys haven't gone and watched the after, what we call it, the post Star Trek Day episode, we did it on a Friday afternoon. Had a lot of fun with that. It was a good time. About a 45 minute show, somewhere in there. We'll work out the kinks here with Dan for the next episode. And try to figure out what's going on with that end of it. And then, of course, on your end, just keep in mind that whenever you do join this, there's a delay between wherever you're watching it live. If you're on YouTube or on Facebook or on Twitch, wherever you're at, there is going to be about a 10-second delay between what you're watching.
30 seconds.
Yeah, or yeah, exactly, even as much as 30. Whatever you're watching or where we are currently in the show. So you can put your comments up. We're going to
turn
read
down your
that.
radio.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure that when you do come over here and join us to talk during our feedback section, that you mute whatever you're currently watching us on, or just turn it off or whatever, and only be in here for that segment, and then go back to what you're watching afterwards. That way, there's no echoes, no feedbacks, nothing else. Make sure that if you've gone into your settings for this link that we're going to give you every time to join, you go into your audio settings and make sure you just turn off noise suppression. Don't turn off echo cancellation. Just turn off noise suppression. That will help a ton. And then anything else we figure out in between now and next week, we'll be sure to let you guys know.
Yeah, whenever you're streaming the show, turn that down and just listen to the call.
Yep.
That way you'll be in sync with us. So
same way you do when you call into a radio show. No difference.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks everybody for listening and watching, and you know, we'll get through the bugs, and it'll be a lot of fun in the future. So, all right, have a great night.
See you guys. Thanks.